So we're going to look now at our short-term view for the stock market for the coming week. What we said in the last week was that we thought that, well, actually it's 2 weeks ago, we thought that the stock market would get a dip to about 24 in the S&P 500 and then rally again. Well, it fell to 24.18. It got 6 points in the S&P 500 below where we thought it would get, and then rallied again, and then, of course, made a new high. So we were pretty much spot on when you talk about that. So that was 2 weeks ago. So, what have I done for you lately? Well, lately we'll talk about the coming week. We're getting a rally today in the stock market, and our work suggests, we've talked about a lot in this show, that this period in July, August is a very risky period for the stock market. We think that we're in the topping phase right now, and we're seeing the Russell and the NASDAQ actually giving us an indication of that, even though the S&P 500 has made a new high in the last week. They have not. Let's take a look here at the S&P 500 right here, and you can see that we have our cycle patterns in here. In other words, what we're looking at is a pretty consistent repeating pattern. That's this bigger one right over here and this smaller one right over here. We have them actually drawn in so you could see the two different cycles right in here in the present cycles that we are in. What this projects to essentially is that, and if you want to look at this small pattern right in here, you could see that we actually nailed that expected low right there, and then the next rally came and then it rolled over. So this is the pattern as it's shaped up in here, and you could see the clarity in that right there. So what we had looked for was, this little dip and then more rally, which we got. So that's right in here, and then this little pullback is right here. Man, look at how nice that's following the pattern. So now we're entering or in this little rally right there. That's going on right at this moment as we speak, and we're moving into the holiday week. Now, last year, the pre-holiday week, as next week will be, brought a big rebound from a big downside the previous week. So there was a lot of movement then. And 2 years ago, actually, the pre-holiday week had a down 2% day in it. That actually could be coming. And what we're looking at in here is that for our stock market, that we're going to continue up a little bit. We might challenge the old high, we might fail, but then when this rally ends and it rolls over and it joins this period right in here, we think that that period is the period of extreme risk. In other words, the risks are really starting to grow. Now, this could extend into the holiday week right over here and get us out to, past the 4th of July, which would be a week from Wednesday. And so that might be, some, 6 trading sessions in there that this is able to hold up. We're not really sure about that, but what we do believe is that when this rally is over with, that these are going to join on the downside. And if this turns as weak as we think and breaks below that level, then that would be a very negative sign. We're going to anticipate that break below the 24.15 in 2 weeks, but it could come earlier. We're going to watch the action in the next week. We believe that we're going to see this pattern right in here, rally and then rolling over and then an acceleration to the downside. And that is essentially a 2-week look because we're out in the holiday period. This takes you out into July 10th when that next low is due right over there. So rally and then move to the downside. So we really think that the risks are growing. And as we said, we think that the coming July-August period are just a hugely risky period based on everything that we see in the market. So we're going to call this coming week up week early and then down, maybe small down on the week overall with risks really picking up. I hope you enjoyed that video. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also go to askSlim.com and become a level 1 member. No cost to you, and we have some special videos for you to see. I know you'll enjoy it.